Everybody out there in Hot Rod Land, it's Phil coming to you once again from Carcraft Classics. Today showing off a new piece of inventory. So happy to bring this to you. It's a 1959 Chevy pickup truck, regular cab, short bed, step side, Apache model. Again, it's a 1959, but before we get started with that, I just want to say to those that may be watching one of my videos for the first time, this is Carcraft Classics. We're located at 321 Canton Road. We're here in Cumming, Georgia, about 30 miles north of Atlanta. The shop phone number is 470-239-4977. 470-239-4977. My cell is 770-317-1415. Again, my name is Phil. I'm the owner here. Feel free to give me a holler if you have any questions. Again, it's 770-317-1415. Today we got the Carnuba kid, my son Jace, over here cleaning up a beautiful Pontiac that we'll be putting on the website here shortly once he gets it cleaned up. It's a 1960 Bonneville bubble top, gorgeous car. But today is about this 59 Chevy pickup. You can also reach us, by the way, via email at carcraftclassics@gmail.com, and be sure to visit us on the web at carcraftclassics.com. As you've heard me say before in these videos, a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel really helps with exposure for small business owners like myself. So if you like classic cars, trucks, neon signs, wheel and tire packages for the classics, that's what we do, that's what we sell. Keep an eye on our website, Instagram, Facebook, and all that. But again, giving us a thumbs up down below in this video and subscribing to our channel would be great. I really would appreciate that. All right. First thing I want to say, because I always forget, this truck has a clean title. It'll be a Georgia title. But let me tell you the story. I picked this up in Southwest Atlanta from a gentleman. His name is Randy. Super nice guy. Bought this truck years ago and completely restored the truck. Brought it up to his hometown in Chicago to get the restoration started, and flew back and forth and helped out the restorer with little odds and ends. Randy's not a mechanic, but he is a good dude, and boy, did him and that restorer do a great job on this truck. First of all, let's start with the paint. This is an old Mopar color. It's called Sassy Grass Green. Kind of similar to the Sublime Green that I think Dodge used back in the early 70s. It is gorgeous. And I tell you, I'm 53 years old, so I remember back in the day when there were more of these trucks on the road in their standard colors. And boy, General Motors didn't have a lot of creativity when it came to color with these trucks back in the day. So it's kind of cool to see a green one, you know. Has a little pizzazz, it adds a little flair, brightens up the truck. I mean, it's already a gorgeous body style, being that regular cab, short bed, step side, dual headlight, which I believe was only 58 and 59 they did that. You know, the body's cool enough, but when you paint it a nice, respectable color like this, it's got a little bit of pop to it. It really takes the truck to the next level. I love the wheel and tire choice too Randy went with. He put the 15-inch bullet hole aluminum American racing wheels, which I remember from back in the day. They look great. The truck rides phenomenal. As you can see, it's pretty much its stock ride height. It's still got the underneath, it's still got the stock suspension, but everything's been detailed under there. For those that want to see pictures of the undercarriage, I won't be crawling all around on the ground out here in the parking lot, but I will get the truck up in the air and get pictures of that detailed undercarriage. You're going to absolutely love it. And you know, we sell a lot of trucks here that are lowered on 20-inch wheels, and they look super cool and they ride pretty good. But this thing is a Cadillac compared to those. With the thick sidewall and the 15-inch wheels and the travel and the suspension being, you know, stock, I mean, it goes down the road great. Super smooth, can tackle any pothole without anything scrubbing or rubbing or bottoming out. Check out the paint. The paint is in excellent shape. I'd call it an 8.5 or 9 out of 10. It's got a chip here or a chip there, but nothing to speak of as far as like bubbles or cracking or flaking. It is not a metallic color. It does look like single stage paint. Bumpers are in excellent shape. It's got all new lights, head, front and rear. Randy did everything from the exhaust to rebuilding the rear end. New gas tank, as you can see under there. Hopefully you can see that with the American flag sticker on it down under there. New bumper brackets. I mean, I don't even know where to start. This thing is so gorgeous. And the body is flawless. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Randy was explaining to me, the guy that I bought the truck from, look at that wood. Nice dark wood with the stainless slats in it. Already done. Man, it's cool. Randy was explaining to me that there were a couple body panels that had to be replaced. I think he said the front fenders and the rear fenders, but he replaced them with steel. You know, these are steel fenders. You can see the doors on these trucks are notorious for being kicked out at the bottom and not closing properly. It's just not the case with these. Glass is in great shape. All the rubber around the glass, all the chrome, the door handles, everything is in excellent shape. I don't mean good, I mean excellent. Wrap around windshield. Man, it's excellent. Got the new badging, the fender badges. Brand new tires, brand new brakes. Truck has 4,100 miles on it since the restoration was done. And Randy put it through its paces. He drove the truck quite a bit right when the restoration was done. Took it on a long road trip and performed great. Doesn't run hot, doesn't leak. You know, just a turnkey, show-ready classic truck with the distinctive front end with those dual headlights. The grill is new. All the lights work. As I mentioned, the bumpers and the brackets are all new. Let's check the jewelry box. Got a lot of goodies in here to show you. First of all, we've got a 350 cubic inch small block Chevy motor. And yes, it has AC. You can see the compressor right there. Nice polished compressor. It's got power steering. It's got power disc brakes up front, which of course it didn't come from the factory with. It's got a brand new steering column. You can see the parts out there. All new lines, frame rails painted and detailed. All new wiring front to back. From the lights to the alternator to the distributor, everything's new as far as the wiring. It's got that cool finned vintage Edelbrock valve cover and air cleaner combo. It's got a nice aluminum intake manifold. A beautiful aluminum radiator to keep this sucker running nice and cool. Brand new clutch fan in there. Brand new water pump. Engine's been painted. It even has the windshield washer fluid, little squirters, which of course this truck did not come with from the factory. I'll show you the button when we look at the interior. Windshield wipers work. The squirter works. There's your little reservoir. You know, most of the trucks that we get are not this close to completion. There's a few adjustments we want to make to this, the carburetor, etc. But this truck was just about almost 100% done when we bought it. I can't take a lot of the credit. We didn't do this work. I give it all to Randy. Got a nice fresh battery in it. Radiator overflow. Tank is new. Fuel pump setup. Everything's new. Nice 4-barrel Edelbrock carburetor under there. Choke does work. Runs and starts great. Firewall smoothed and painted. Man, this thing, it's pretty unbelievable that we stumbled across this. Nice chrome alternator to add to the beautiful engine compartment. Got a nice set of headers and dual exhaust out the back. Mechanical fuel pump. Now the transmission, I told you it's a small block Chevy engine, 350, but it also, good news, it's connected to a 700R 4-speed overdrive transmission. Just the good news goes on and on with this truck. It's just gorgeous. So yeah, small block, 700R overdrive, and a 10-bolt rear end that was recently resealed. Look at that bad boy. Love that truck. If you're looking for something to take to the shows or drive around, if you're not a show kind of guy, you just want to drive around and enjoy something, but buy something done and ready, turnkey, this is the one for you. These 50s era trucks are just as American as it gets. Apple pie and Chevy trucks, right? All the gaskets around the windshield are new. Nothing's old and cracked. You really don't need to do anything to this truck except get in it and drive it. Drip rails are in great shape. High-end, nationally recognized restorer and custom builder who recently passed away in this area. His name, Smokey Ingram. Great guy, really, really great guy. Shirt off his back kind of guy. He once told me, if you look from the back of an old hot rod and you look at the drip rails, he goes, if they're missing or completely filled in with mud or bent, torn, tattered, what have you, he goes, that's a bad indication. Good drip rails mean a good build. Bad drip rails run the other way. And this truck's got it. The good drip rails. There's a lot of little touches on this truck, little custom touches that I really, really love about it. You know, number one being, you know, moving the gas tank to the rear. Not only is it safer, but it just looks better. And being in that cab with the gas tank can get old real quick. Obviously, the fumes and, you know, safety issue, but you put a nice solid gas tank, as I showed you before, back there. I think that's a 15-gallon tank. But anyway, I got to show you what he did with the existing tank when we get in there. But before we do that, I want to show you this. Cab is in great shape, as is all the body on this truck. All the sheet metal is in excellent shape. Anything that was rusty or in bad condition was removed, replaced, repaired. But anyway, I want to show you one of the things that Randy did was he used these new style, let me see, sorry about that. You know, a lot of these trucks on the tailgate, they have like a little piece of chain with a little S bracket at the end of it that goes through a hole that holds the tailgate closed, which is cool. It's kind of the way they came from the factory. And the chain would typically dangle in this area, which can, you know, obviously knock up against the truck as you're driving. Not only does it make noise, but the tailgate never closes securely, so that makes noise as well. But it can also, you know, chip your paint. This truck's a little bit too nice for that. And again, brand new lights extra. Brand new lights front and rear. But again, on the tailgate, see that little knob right there? Those little locks are what opens the tailgate. So these little touches are what sets this truck apart. I really, really like it. It was done well and no corners were cut. Let me put this down for just a moment. I'll open that tailgate, let you take a look. So instead of the chain, I have these little hinges here that hold it from swinging down and hitting the bumper. And again, I have these little brackets here, or these little locks that you use to lock and unlock the tailgate. Just love it. Look at that bed. Almost like a tiger wood. They just stained it to look like that, I'm sure, but the stainless slats, as I mentioned. As you walk around the truck, you just notice things like all the hardware is brand new. There's no old rusty bolts. Nothing wrong with patina trucks that still retain some of their old hardware, but this is just not that. Now, this is just a fully restored, every nut and bolt frame off restoration. It just came out stunning. Absolutely love the color. Absolutely love the year. Hang on just a moment. There's those locks. Tailgate closes nice and securely. You can see the mirror finished Chevrolet letters. Gas tank fill up spot here. Gas tank neck. And one of the stories Randy told me was when he bought the fenders, he really wanted this spare tire to be on the side, you know, old school style. But the fender he bought didn't have this little cutout right here for the tire. So instead of scrapping the idea, Randy pushed ahead with it, and his bodywork guy up there in Chicago cut that out and metal worked it. And it's just a testament, as Randy put it, he was absolutely right, a testament as to the quality of work of the guys that worked on this truck. I mean, they did a fabulous job customizing that spot so that they could keep that tire on the side. Now that's a steel wheel, of course, with just a little baby moon cap, as opposed to the 15-inch aluminum racing bullet hole wheels. But again, great work has been done on this truck. Again, she's a small window, small rear window. Just such an iconic time for Chevrolet trucks. These body styles are just killer. And again, you can see the gaps are good on the doors. Paint is in excellent shape. As I mentioned to you before, all the glass was pulled out. All the rubber moldings were replaced. Nothing's old and ratty. No jobs for you when you get this one in your driveway. This one's just ready to jump in and cruise. Yes, the previous owner was a United States Army veteran. We don't pull those stickers off. I'll leave that up to the prospective buyer, but hopefully you'll leave that on there or pay tribute to Randy's service somehow. But anyway, it's our truck now, so you can see this thing. I mean, down to the corners of the doors, the door bottoms, I mean, the rockers, everything is in such good shape. It's got these cool little inserts. I wouldn't call it a door panel because, of course, they didn't really have a full door card or door panel on these trucks. They just created that insert, just dress it up a little bit. All the open and close hardware is new. Again, all the door rubbers, everything's been replaced. All right. Now we move on to the interior, which is equally spectacular. Matching the exterior. Got color painted, and where do we start? I mean, everything, including the mat in here, is all new. Again, all the hardware. Whew! Even has shoulder seat belts in it. Let's start with that beautiful seat. That is, I believe, a Tmi seat. Summit Racing carries Tmi, and some other hot rod vendors carry it. Great seat. This is kind of what we mimic in our square body pickups. You know, we like to have a bench, but we like to build up the bolsters and the centers so that it appears like a bucket with a middle console. And it feels like that. It kind of holds you in place while you're driving. It gives you that cool performance appearance, but it is a bench seat. It's one of the most comfortable interiors I've ever been in. Got a little headliner going. Interior light, which does work. Let's see if we can pop that on for you. There you go. I got to show you this. I'm going to put the camera down for just a moment. I mentioned to you before that the gas tank has been relocated for safety reasons and just practicality reasons in the rear end underneath the truck. And here's the old gas tank, and look what they did. Did a cool thing. They cut the top of it off. They put a little knob here and they hinged the top to make a little storage toolbox. I mean, you could tell the guy building this truck loved it. You know, little custom touches like that you don't see all the time. This is the list of receipts and pictures and just the history on the truck that I have. It was nice to get. You know, receipts from the build, all the parts that they bought. And again, here's your little storage compartment. Down here, you'll see another little custom touch that I love. Those keys right there, that's an automatic kill switch. So if you live in an area where you're concerned about theft, you can use that kill switch. When you go into the grocery store, just turn that key and pull it out, and they won't be able to start this vehicle. Man, it just never ends with the nice upgrades in this truck. We have a beautiful wood grain, forever sharp, 3-spoke steering wheel, polished aluminum, connected to a brand new I Did It steering column, tilt column, chrome. Look at that. That's gorgeous. One of the things that drives me crazy with these old trucks is that they a lot of times have a dash that's missing all these knobs. And then you get a dash full of holes, and I don't know. You know, a truck this nice, you wouldn't want to have that, you know? And you don't. Randy found the correct knob for almost every one of these spots. As I mentioned to you before, that wiper knob controls the wipers. The little red button down there in the bottom left behind the keys, that's your wiper squirter, your fluid squirter. Next to that is the knob you pull to open the outside vent. We've got a cool stereo system in here. It's one of those retro sound stereos that appears to be stock, but you know, it fits in the stock location, but it has all the new functionality. Midday sandwich at Whole Foods Market. Commercials. Let's see if we can find a song. Let's see here. Let you hear the stereo a little bit. Dadgummit. The antenna is not up. Anyway, so it's got a retro sound stereo with all the functionality of a new stereo, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, all that good stuff. And it also has, as we mentioned when we were looking under the hood, vintage heat and air, which works great. You see the vents here, and then one down at each end under the dash. The dash has been painted to match the exterior. It's got newer sun visors in it. Garage door opener because I took it home the other day, drove it around over the weekend. New rear view mirror. Emergency brake down there. It does work. Look at those new gauges. Can't really see them during the day. The light's not going to really be too bright, but all the gauges are working, including the fuel gauge. You can see there just under 4,100 miles. And the new cluster there. Let's fire this thing up so you can hear it. It does have a small cam. Nothing over the top. She does give you a little rumble at the traffic light. I don't think you're going to pull any wheelies with this, but she's got enough get up and go to cruise down the highway and drive anywhere you want to. Little light by the license plate, little tag light. you walk around this truck and all you see is good craftsmanship, new hardware. Chase is done with the Bonneville. Pull it in and finish it off. That's a sweet ride. That'll be up next on our website. Got a 59 Apache and a 60 Bonneville. Very blessed. Anyway, here the engine runs nice and smooth. And like I said, I drove it home, took it home for the weekend, and I was just so impressed with how it handled the bumps in the road, you know? Not like an old truck, not all rickety and making a racket going down the road or making noise as you hit the bumps in the road. This thing is solidly built and ready to be cruised. 1959 Chevrolet Apache, 3100 pickup, regular cab, short bed pickup. Man, it's so awesome. Give you one more look at the interior. Again, 350 small block, 700R overdrive transmission, all the goodies in the cab. Ten-bolt rear end, stock suspension, detailed undercarriage, expensive paint job in great shape, maybe a small handful of little rock chips or something here or there, but completely pin straight body. New fenders front and rear, no rust anywhere. Dual exhaust, power steering, power disc brakes up front, drums in the rear. Just gorgeous. All right, again, this truck has a clean title. It'll be sold that way, the bill of sale and all the other paperwork, as well as a temp tag, so you can enjoy it the day you get it. Asking price. Okay, the price on this truck is going to be $43,500. You're welcome to give me a holler. Again, my name is Phil. If you'd like to make a reasonable offer, my number once again is 770-317-1415. 770-317-1415. And remember, if there's any customizing you want done to the truck, wheel and tire package, or I'm not sure what you would even do to this one. It's completely done, but we can handle some light customization. We can also help you with financing. Our preferred lender is JJ Best Bank. They specialize in financing the classics. They can get you financed over the phone or online at jjbest.com. They can do everything through the mail. Very convenient, very professional organization. So give me a holler if you want their number, or you can apply online at jjbest.com. Lastly, I want to tell you that of course, we can ship this truck to you anywhere in the United States. We can put it in your driveway. Internationally, I can get it done. Just give me a holler. We can help you as much as we can, and internationally, you may have to pick it up at your port. We'll talk about those details if it's necessary. Financing, customization, and shipping. We've got your back. Asking price, again, $43,500. Give me a holler if you have any questions. Thank you so very much for watching the video. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this truck, and more classic cars and trucks to come. Thanks again. Be safe, and God bless America.